Ladies and gents, welcome to the platform, thejournalistdj.com. We've got, Jullian Gomes right here with me. And I've been looking forward to having a chat with you for a very long time. First question, do people still think that you're not South African, and how do you react to that?
That's the most powerful opening question. Yes, people think I'm not South African, but I think a lot of people know that I am. I think a lot of people think I'm from France or Spain or something. It's the name, bro.
Yeah.
But I am South African, born and raised in Pretoria. Yeah.
That must be dope for you, though, especially with bookings, because I can just imagine, people we've got Jullian Gomes, international act here in SA, but I had to ask that because, even here today, someone was like, this guy's from Pretoria. Someone sitting next to me. I'm like, yeah, he's from Pretoria, But yeah, man, you've been in the game for 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
It's hard for me to believe that. How old are you? What? You look so young, man. Tell me about your journey.
So I started DJing very young. I think I was around 13, 14. I played in just house parties, high school house parties. There was a club in Pretoria CBD called Amaros. Played residency there throughout my high school. I played on Heat Refresh as well. I played Pens Down Bashes. I've DJed with everyone that you can think of, from the Pretoria scene, Mujava, Bojo Mojo days.
Yeah.
That era. So when Channel O was still on SABC1.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. So I've been DJing for a very long time. Started very young, and I've really just connected with it. For me, it's my purpose. So it's part of me, and I am here. So yeah, that's why I've been here for 20 years. Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of people know, but you are related to Michael G, who, if you follow house music, is the guy that used to play vinyls, deep house back in the day. Tell me about that relationship and how I can just imagine he must have inspired you to be in the game.
So yeah, Michael G is my cousin, hence G.Family, the production duo that we started a couple of years back. And yeah, I grew up going to his house, seeing him work with his records, and obviously being inspired, just wanting to learn more about the music, learn more about just everything about DJ culture, so that's how I kind of got into DJing, was going to his house, listening to records, seeing him mix, and it kind of just really resonated with me.
You just mentioned Amaros now, and I remember during my student days we used to party there a lot.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. It was such a different time, to what it is now.
Yeah.
And and your sound has always been different, right? You never really try to sound commercial. And I gotta know, man, for me, one of your biggest songs is Love Song 28. Did you know that song was gonna blow up? Was there something special when you made that song? Because I feel like that's the song that actually got you out there. People are like, yo, wow, yeah.
No, I never released music with the idea of writing a hit or making a hit. I think Love Song 28 was almost not released, to be honest. It was on a hard drive, and at that time, for me it felt too soft. It felt too lovey, love song vibe. I was interested in making more progressive, proper deep house music for the nightclub. So I almost didn't release it, but luckily I did, because it kind of changed my life forever. And I think, each song has its unique, special story, and that one just kind of connected with a lot of people. And I think timing was just right, to be honest. Music videos were still cool. Radio jumped on. Video jumped, channel, all the music stations jumped on, and then it connected with people, so everything just aligned, the stars aligned, and that song kind of just caught the attention of a lot of people.
And the music video is so memorable, because shout out to Ada Rose and you, and the animation. Man, thank you so much for that. Speaking about stories, man, Bruno and the Birds, we just listened to the album now. And people are obviously going to hear it when this interview is out. And it's such you've got such a concept, it's a story. So, tell us about that, man. What inspired Bruno and the Birds? And who's Bruno?
So Bruno and the Birds is a house album, but it's also electronic. It's an album. I'm not going to put it, it's a music album. For me, it's a story. It's about a story about fighting demons, self-doubts, growing through, life, kind of working through your demons, and kind of getting to that point where, you find resolution and peace. And I feel like it's a work in progress. You know, it's not like I don't think anyone has the answers. But yeah, so for me, when I write music and when I make albums specifically, there's always a journey, there's always a story. And with Bruno The Birds is like my alter ego. Bruno is like obviously a metaphor for my demons. And besides that, like there's a point in time, like I think it was like a couple of months back, where I could hear two voices in my head, and it's the duality of people. So like you hear a certain concept that sounds like you, but then it's another concept that sounds very different to you. So for me, I named that duality Bruno. So it's my alter ego. So it's the thing inside me that I'm working through. It's the thing that like I need to deal with. You know, so that's the story around Bruno The Birds. And like I was just trying to find freedom, trying to find peace. You know,
there are two songs in there, you know, that don't sound like house music at all.
Yeah.
You know,
Fear Flying, the interlude, and Mara's Heart. Yeah.
So you know, knowing deep house guys, they're always like, what does this guy do? Oh yeah, how do you feel about that,
bro? Honestly, you know, like it's not that I have I have a little bit of an ego when it comes to house music, but I don't feel like, respectfully, I don't feel like anyone can lecture me on house music or deep house. Like I feel like I'm so far away from like that culture of, you know, this is deep house, and if you don't know this, then you're not a deep house. Like, bro, I've been doing this. Like, for me, it's about music. It's about just kind of writing cool music, writing cool concepts, and mainly being different, because I've always been different. So I can't just do what everyone does, you know, and I can't sound like the South African deep house sound, you know, like I can't, like, I'm always just going to be different. And like, yeah, I mean, I have respect in my heart for people that don't get it. It's cool, but like, I'm not going to be limited or boxed in by the concept, you know.
I find it interesting that, you know, being from Pretoria, and Pretoria being arguably one of the, or if not the creative Amapiano, right? And there's Bacardi, you know, and it's like, damn, you guys in Pretoria, you exist in the same place. There's Bacardi, there's Amapiano, there's deep house, there's like tech music, but it's all house music, right? And you all kind of like coexist. So tell me, you know, about the culture of that, you know, how do you guys, you know, make it work?
I don't know, bro. Like, I come from an era where, you know, like, Bacardi was really big when, like, I was growing up, you know, Bojo Mojo, Mujava. And, like, if you listen to Mapiano these days, like, if it wasn't for Mujava, I still don't believe there would be a Mapiano. You know, if you did, and if there was no, if Vinny the Vinci didn't come in and export records from House Africa and play proper deep, soulful, jazzy house, there would be no Amapiano. So the cool thing about Pretoria is that it's a melting pot for house music for years. You know, like every sound that's come out of Pretoria, whether it was the minimal sound, the Amapiano sound, obviously the Durban sound was in Durban, but like it stemmed from Afro house and then tech house. So I don't know how we coexist, but trust me, there are wars.
Yeah.
There are wars. There's a lot of music wars, you know. Deep house people don't like Mapiano people. Mapiano people don't like deep house people. I have no idea why. Maybe it's also the age that I'm at. You know, like I'm not militant about music. Like I was one of those guys that like would say I have a strong opinion about everything that wasn't house music. Yeah. But I've really just grown up, man. Like I've just seen music as good music, and that's it.
Yeah. Yo, man. Lastly, bro, you know, what do you want to say, you know, to people that follow you out there, you know, about your album? You know, is there anything that you just want to say that I might have missed?
I just want to say people should like really take care of themselves. You know, there's a lot of noise in the world. So like just be cognizant of the fact that there is that noise, and that you need to be aware that it can overwhelm you at times. Just feel good, man. Look after yourself. Be healthy. Like, you know, look after your family. Follow your dreams. There's just so many things I could say. But yeah, just kind of really figure out what you want to do and how you want to be in this world, and just try your best, and that's all you can do.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, man. Jullian Gomes, some people call him Jullian Gomes, you know. Bruno The Birds, the album is out, please check it out. And we're out, thejournalistdj.com, you know, dance culture away.